Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigvalagrim here and welcome to yet another Injustice 2 mobile video. Today we're going to take a look at what is the most optimal way to reroll your talents and more or less what talents you should get for the heroes, but I will focus more on the way you should do your rerolls and the way you should proceed in order to get the most optimal results in rerolling talents. If you haven't seen it, I have a top 5 best and top 5 worst talents. Well, I rank all talents from the best to the worst, so you might want to check that out because that content will be related to what we're going to do here. So my aim today is to teach you guys how to get the most rare and epic talents on as many heroes as you can. This video will be split into parts. First of all, I'll talk about the daily free refresh on talents and how is the most optimal way to approach that. And on the second part, we will go over and we will go through 2 million credits trying to get some rerolls on my King of Athens subcomment, since I'm trying to get him from the Captain Cold build towards a crit damage build, and I'm going to talk about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and why I'm doing it, and how you guys should do it. So before we get into the video, keep in mind that if you like this, please go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you don't miss any videos. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. So let's get into it. So first of all, we're going to get into the free reroll. As you all know, or hopefully know, you will get a free roll on each talent of each hero in your collection once a day. And you can reroll that for free only once, and then you have to wait until the next day to get that free reroll again. And I suggest, especially as a new player, that you do this on every single character in your collection. Because as a new player, you will not know what characters you are going to build in the future. And since you do not know what characters you are going to build in the future, the talents that you are going to reroll with the free rerolls on your characters that you are not using right now might greatly benefit you in the future and might save you a lot of money. And at the same time, you should think like this as an investment. I think when I do this, even though it's kind of boring and kind of repetitive, every time I do this, I think about the fact that one talent is going to cost me 7,500 for a gold character, 5,000 for a silver character, and 10,000 for a legendary character. So with every free roll that I hit, I think about it like I am saving up that amount of money that I would be spending on in the future on that character in order to upgrade him. So first of all, that's the reason why you should upgrade, why you should reroll your talents every single day for free on all your characters. And now let's get into how to actually do it most optimally. We will divide it into two categories. First of all, you got the category of heroes that you are using currently. And on the heroes that you are using currently, you will unlock all your talents from the get-go, and then you are going to reroll all the talents in this order. First of all, you will want to get your first good rare talent. A first good rare talent means that you have either some defense on it, some resistances on it, some crit chance on it, or even some lethal chance on it. Since lethal is not a good talent, but for starters it's going to do decently. So first of all, you are going to try to get your first good talent, at least rare. And please go ahead and check out my top talents that I have talked about before, because you will need the information over there to be able to determine which talent will be worth keeping. So after you get your first good rare talent, you are going to move on to the next talent and reroll that every day until you are going to get your next good rare talent. After that, you are going to move to the next one and the next one until you have all the talents that you have unlocked good rares. Then after, out of all the talents that you have rare, you are going to determine which one is the worst of them or which one is the least useful to you of them, and you are going to reroll that until you get an epic talent. And you are going to do that again until you hopefully are going to hit a character with full epic talents from the daily rerolls. That's going to be a very long process, but since it is going to be for free, it's definitely worth doing. Now getting into the second category, which is the heroes that you are not using. On the heroes that you are not using, you are going to be needing to unlock only one talent, and you will reroll that one talent every single day until you get a good rare on it. After you've gotten a good rare on it, you are going to unlock another talent and reroll that one until you get a good rare on it. And you're going to keep going until you get full rare talents, but only unlock a new talent after you have gotten a good rare talent. And after that, the process is the same. After you get all rares, pick the rare that is the least good, and then go for epic, and then hopefully you will eventually go to full epic talents. And this is pretty much how I do my daily rerolls on talents. Sometimes I go like 2 days without getting anything good, other times I get straight up epic talents that is also good on a character that I need it on. So in my opinion, this is definitely worth doing every single day, and this will most definitely help you progress through the game. And again, for the third time, please watch my top 10 talents, because the threat system on the game that changes the threat depending on the talent that you are changing is flawed and is not going to give you reliable results. So there are talents that have less threat than other talents, but might be more useful to you than the talent they had less threat. So please go ahead and check that out, because it will be very helpful. Now we're going to get on how to be able to reroll your talents when you have stacked up a decent amount of credits and you want to spend credits in order to do them. Don't worry about what you see in the screen, because it's simply an app that is going to click for me, so I don't have to click it, and is not going to magically select the talents I need. I still need to watch it, because when a good talent pops up, I will need to stop it and manually change the source. But it simply does the two reroll and select new clicks for me, because I am lazy. I will leave a link to the app in the description, and if you guys have trouble using it, I will make in the future a video on how to use it. So basically, what do we have here? We have a King of Atlantis Aquaman that has been built in order to hit Captain Cold and Phase 2, more like Phase 2 build, because it has block effectiveness. And I'm not anymore happy with this build, and I want to change it for the better, and I'm going to finally go for a crit build on him. And the first thing that I'm going to do is change talents. So how am I going to do this? First of all, as I said, we need to evaluate what talents are good for us. For this build, I will need on the talents crit chance and crit damage. That's all. But, and there's a big but, there are two other talents that I would normally take. I would take defense, and I would take the resistances talents. The resistances talent is the best talent in the game, but I'm not going to take it in this situation, because on this account I do not play arena anymore. And the resistances talent is very useful in arena, but not so useful in raids. So if I get an epic resistances, and spoiler, I will get a lot of epic resistances, I'm not going to keep it. But I'm going to keep the defense ones, because the defense ones, even though not optimal, and in the perfect build I might eventually end up not having any defense talents, they will do pretty good for me, and they will help me for now perform better in raids. So what I'm going to keep for now? For now I'm going to do my best to get all the talents, as I also said in the free rerolls. First of all, we're going to gonna get all the talents to good epic rolls. Good epic rolls mean rolls that we need. So we need right now critical chance, critical damage, and maybe defense if we get a rare or an epic. After we do that, after we are going to get all our talents into rares and good rares that we are going to need, we are going to go ahead and try to get them all into rares that we most definitely need. So if we get any defense after we make them all rare, we are going to then try to swap that defense for at least a rare crit chance or critical damage. After that is done, we are going to do our best in order to upgrade them all to epic talents. And we are going to prioritize in this situation the critical damage ones. and switching them, because in the future, as you will see right now, it's going to take a tremendous amount of time to do this, but I'm going to speed it forward and get back to you later after the video is finished. But after I will have everything on rare, then I will start switching on the rare critical damage rolls, because they are, let's say, less valuable to me, since the critical damage is dependent on the critical chance. You can do critical hits without critical damage, but you cannot do critical damage without doing a critical hit. So doing a calculation, that is going to be the least favorite of the two. So we are, after we get all rare critical chance and critical damage, we are going to switch the critical damage ones. So those are the steps. First of all, get everything rare and to be a good talent that you might need in this build. After you have everything on rare, then you are going to select the least useful talent for you from this talents that you are going to be using, and try to switch that. And keep in mind that you don't have to switch, let's say, critical attack damage for epic critical attack damage. If from a rare critical attack damage you are going to get an epic critical attack chance, then that's definitely great, because you are eventually most definitely going to need an epic critical attack chance. And over here I will also get some epic defenses that I'm actually going to keep. Those will in the future be replaced, but for now they are worth keeping. And before I get it to fast forward, keep in mind that in most builds, this is a exception because I'm not playing arena on this account, but in most builds the things that you should keep if you get epics until you have all the epics are the following: defense, resistances, critical attack chance, and critical attack damage only if you've already got critical attack chance. And maybe if you get an early lethal, that would be worth keeping. So again, get all rares that you need, then upgrade them gradually to epic. Don't just reroll on one single talent and try to get that all the way to epic and then move on. Now let's fast forward to it, and I will talk to you after this is finished, and we are going to discuss the results that I have gotten.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity.
Now let's talk about what happened here. So after spending so much of my credits, I have managed to get all rares of the talents that I'm going to need. I have gotten one epic of the talents that I'm going to need, which is a critical attack damage, and I have gotten 2 defense epic talents. And for the amount of credits I have spent, I think this is a pretty decent outcome. But keep in mind, I got average luck, so this is most likely what you will encounter most of the times. But keep in mind that you should be prepared to have much better or much worse results than this. I'm going to keep the defenses for now until I get all the others towards epic, and then after that I'm going to also work on those defenses and get them to critical attack chance or critical attack damage, and maybe I'll keep one. We'll see about that because I'm hitting grade 6 most of the time and I'm not going to need that much defense on King of All Times Aquaman. So this is pretty much it. I hope you understood enough of it how you do it. And one more thing that I will need to specify, you saw that at some point I stopped on a rare critical attack chance. I did that because I saw that the credits were getting low and my odds of succeeding to get an epic or getting another rare that is going to be useful for me were getting low. So I decided to cut my losses and keep the rare and work on that again when I get a bigger amount of credits. If you want to reroll talents on a character, I would recommend you have at least 2 million saved up. Well, this was all for this video. I hope you found it informative. In the future, I will do guides on how to build specific character archetypes, and right now on the channel I have many guides on how to build specific characters. So if you are new to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know down below, and maybe I'll do in the future a video where I teach you how to use the auto clicker app. If you are not able to, I will leave a link to it in the description nevertheless. This was all for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.